Damn. Y'all read this and get back to me, man. Facts and logic are not the truth. Remove the veils. Let's just back it up. Facts and logic are not the truth. If a fact is not the truth, Sir William B. Frazier, then what the hell is the truth? Something that's not a fact. Something that's not logical. It's not logical for us to be spinning on a ball at 1,000 miles per hour and not feel nothing. But is that the truth? It is not a fact. Gravity is not a fact. It's a theory. It's not a law. But is it truth? Ah, man. It is a fact that we are firm, fixed, and immovable, based on our senses, not detecting any movement whatsoever, and the only thing you have to prove it is gravity, which is a theory. It is a fact that airplanes do not dip down their nose when flying across the world, around the world, to stay on your ball. That is a fact. It is not logical that bridges, when they're built, are, weighing in the small measures of curvature for every mile, 6 inches, 8 inches per mile. They're not measuring that in when they build bridges, nor are you going over a curvature of water when you're on a boat. Flat drop 101. Water always finds its level. That's a fact. And that is truth. So for you to tell me, for you to tell us, as we are preparing for a beautiful Shabbat, hey, Halal, HaWah, this goes out to y'all, Drop Nation, man. Y'all been so comforting and warm. And my, cry for help and assistance and call for help and assistance, man. I've gotten so many great messages and donations and AHOB, and y'all just let me know that this really counts and this really matters to you. You know what I mean? For me to put my best foot forward, man, and just keep going, man. You know what I'm saying? And just go into, go in comfort in the realm of faith. Faith in our Creator and faith in the tribe, that the Creator has assembled, around me, around us. You know what I mean? So that is a fact, and that is truth. Facts and truth are not logic, are not truth. Facts and logic are not true. Remove the veil, seek the Holy Spirit, find the truth with love. JC is the truth, the way in life. But is JC a fact? Or is he a duplication and a phantom of Joshua who led us to the promised land? Stopped the waterfalls from flowing so we can cross on dry land, parted the Jordan, made the sun stand still and the moon stand still, defeated giants and Canaanites and Moabites and eat anybody in his way to get us to the promised land. That is a fact. The earth, being divided into lots for the children of Hasharala, Israel, that is a fact, that we have a lot, that we have solemn sacred land just to our tribe, our own tribal sacred trees. That is a fact. It is not logical that this is all some chaotic Big Bang theory, right? JC, man, it's truth to you, cool, man. But don't come over here in our classroom talking about JC is truth. JC is the way. And facts and logic are not truth. You're going to have to make this make sense. You're going to have to make it logical. No one is blocking truth for facts and logic. We are finding truth with facts and logic. Hit the easy button. It's that simple. No cap on my number 2 pencil. I don't say this often, man. But this is the dumbest comment I've ever gotten in the entire 10-year span of being live right here on YouTube with you. And I just have to share as a little bit of comedic timing, but really, man, just a teachable moment, man. Like, this is how they think. This is how some of these brainwashed think, that you can ignore facts. You got to ignore facts to find JC, right? You got to ignore the chronological time shifts, you know what I'm saying? Scalar and Batavia's adding over 1,000 years to all indigenous lands. You're going to have to ignore the time shifts, man, to talk facts. You're going to have to ignore the time shifts, or in other words, ignore the time shifts and ignore the facts to even talk about JC. Because when you add your time back with the 3 major chronological time shifts, 333 years, 1,054 years, yeah, man. We're gonna get some Luther Vandross, because I think we need I just think we need it, you know what I'm saying? Like, at this point, this is what we need, man. And then we're gonna talk some more about what Nathan said, you know, what Nathan's homie said, man. But we need some Luther Vandross, man. We need to smooth this out. I'm gonna talk to you about a dream I had coming right up. But look, man. Shalak, man, I'm drinking my ginseng tea. We popping off. I'm just charging up. You know what I mean? I got a martial arts class to teach this, top of the soul. Yeah, I got an early morning martial arts class I'm teaching today, man. Let's get it. Feeling good. But look, man. William, man. Come on, brother. Come on, man. He said, love JC, man. That's the way. Not facts, not logic, because they're not truth. Now, I get that some like Scientologists, you know what I'm saying, they always try to look for more logic than having faith in the creator. They always try to, you know, with the Big Bang and all this, try to say, well, this is more logical than there being a creator, you know, that created the earth and created man and woman and yada yada and has a lineage. That's not logical to us. Those, yeah, you got the facts, but that's not logical. We ain't doing that, man. We talking 3 major chronological time shifts. 333 years, according to Anatoly Fomenko, the Russian chronographer. Look him up. 1,054 years and 1,778 years, man. 1,778. These are the time shifts that the Russian chronographers are finding and saying that all real so-called history happened after the 9th century, and most of it, after the 11, 12, 13, like in the Dark Ages is when they took the history and then duplicated it back. That's not me talking. That's their facts, right? Which may not be logical to you, but it sure isn't logical. It is not logical that the hijack came over here and did not change times and laws. It is not logical that the hijack didn't put us on a hijack calendar and give us, you know, hijack days and counts and all this stuff, right? So when you put a little logic back into the fact that any hijack invading a land is going to spin you on the ball, jack up your times, change your laws, spin you on the ball, jack up your times, and change your laws. And when you put your time back together, where do you fit and find JC? We're finding Prester John, the real King David in the 12th century, fighting Genghis Khan. They say he's a historical fact. He's at war with King David. And then takes the Khan and calls himself Khan. Before that, he was what, Yesegui or Temujin and all these other things. And then he becomes Genghis Khan. He stole the Khan from the Khan, Prester John, Wong Khan, priest king. Prester John. King David, priest, anointed. We'll get back to Nathan's comment and we'll talk anointed. This is just an alley-oop for my noggins. Y'all go ahead and slam dunk this, man. And have a great Shabbat, man. And just know that these people ain't dealing with facts or logic, right? Nothing is factual or logical, just like gravity. Just like gravity. Einstein couldn't prove no gravity. It is not logical. But physics has density, which is logical. And is a law, is a fact. So, we're going to stick with research. You know, we never said we had all the facts. And we never said we had all the answers. But we did say that we will ask the right questions to get the right answers. The right questions will lead us there. We never said we have them all. We said we're on an investigation. And if you got a problem with that, then get out of our way and get out of our classroom and leave us to our facts and logic during our investigation. Don't tell us to ignore facts and logic and just find JC. And he's the truth, but facts aren't true. When have facts not been true? You must be one of them fact checkers, man. You must be one of them Google fact checkers, man. Because they're not logical. And they don't have no facts. And what is love, man? You said to go with love. Love is keeping the code. Love is keeping the commandments. And rule number 1 is ain't no power beside me, before me. So you didn't say go seek the Creator. The Creator is the truth. Love the Creator. You didn't say the Creator is the way in life. But Big Mama says in Proverbs chapter 8, you find me, you find life. King Solomon reiterates this in Proverbs chapter 4. He says, go after wisdom, go get her, man, so your life will be long, man. So you didn't say go after HaWah, go after our breath, our security, our frame, our shape, or our wisdom, our understanding. You didn't say go to our Creator to find truth in the way of life. You said go to JC. You said go to Zeus, Zeus. That's a fact that the letter J is a recent invention. And you take the J off, you have Zeus, and Zeus is a Celtic god cutting down trees, human sacrifice, all this stuff. Look up Zeus without the J, man. The Spanish say Jesus. That's a fact. Zeus is a rebranded, repackaged Jesus. It's a fact that we were invaded. That's not illogical that we were invaded. And it's a fact that your invader will bring you their God, their power. It's illogical that they wouldn't separate you from your power, your great spirit, if they want to conquer you. It's illogical that they wouldn't send a missionary to hijack you and give you JC. And now make a doctrine that you got to go through the Son to get to the Father. Now you've been hijacked. It's illogical that they wouldn't take all these lands, doom diverses, against the enemies of Zeus, Jesus. Take all the lands that belong to the enemies of JC. That sounds like the Creator. He's not talking about heritage or they're not talking about heritage or tribe. They're just talking about their power, their God. Right? We had to reconquer our lands that were our lands by inheritance. as indigenous cons that were being flooded with Canaanites and giants and all these atrocities. We had to reclaim our lands, reclaim our promised land. They just taking any land they find in the name of JC. But you're saying that's love? You're saying their God is your God? And they came on a ship called Jesus? Columbus and them came on a ship called Jesus? That's a fact. You don't want to factor in that logic that you are following the same God that their ship that invaded you is named after? Put your timeline back. King David's in the 12th century. Where are you going to put your JC? But unless you're talking Yeshua, Joshua, right? Under Moses, that fits perfectly around that 1054 schism they had. Look up the schism of 1054, like I said. The reset, when Joshua made the sun stand still, it literally caused a reset, my nigga. What do you think would happen if the sun stood still today? It may reset everything. That's what happened in 1054. Body bag for the illusion. So facts are not truth. Logic ain't truth. But JC is true. I think this is Hijack City, man. And I'm going to have to, let you go blowing in the wind now, man. I gave you your few minutes of fame, Sir William B. Frazier. Don't come over here with that hijack. You out of here, boss. You out of here, man. I wish I had my drop sound effects that I use on the radio. Drop, no. You heard it, I just dropping. This is Sparta. Y'all remember Sparta time, man? We coming back with the Shabata show, man. I think we all need this, man. I know we all need this. We kicking you right off the ledge out of Nagarville, man. For real, for real. Woo. Okay. He's out of here. Yeah, I just had this dream, man. Before I get to this Nathan, it's pretty crazy. I had a dream, man, that I was in this prison, it was similar to a place I had been before, man. Being falsely accused is a hard thing, man. I understand, like, the code when it says false witness, because I'm a victim of false witnessing, and I know what it can do to a family. Over a decade of recovery from false witnessing. And I'm sitting there, and I remember just looking down on this piece of paper, and it had this number. I think it was like 805. It was 805-803-58. And that was supposed to be my prison number. You know how you get a number, you know what I mean? And yeah, I was just, we were there. It was like a grocery store. And like they had allowed us to shop around and get some commissary. Like for some reason, like we had to go to the grocery store for commissary. And I don't know, like something about the number, it was like, it's like I had to try to remember this number. That's the only reason why I kind of remember it now. Man, I woke up and I wrote it down. I don't know the relevance of the grocery store. I saw some homies in it. You know what I'm saying? We decided to work together and, put our funds together, man. Make sure we had enough, food for the week or whatever the case was. But I woke up, I don't know. I'm going to get back to the grocery store because I don't know where the grocery store fits in. But the number was important. And when I added this number up, it adds up to 10, which is 1, right? So 805-803-58 is 1. Then I'm thinking about this matrix and this time loop and how we had this whole series, this just drop about the number 8 being hijacked. How the hijacks the number 8 to add to the 9. They put the 8 on the 9, the coming together of opposites. My real ones remember this lesson we did. And the only way to hijack the 9 is to hijack the 8. And then add the 8 to the 9. It reminded me of the gematria of like JC, you know, Sir William talking about JC. If I go Jesus gematria. Ooh, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Just a bunch of 8s, man. So I'm like, they added the 8 to the 9, right? The spiral, so that the 9, the womb, right? The womb, the 9 won't give birth. It will remain in gestation. It folds it on itself. When you add the 8 to the 9, you get the 17, and the 1 plus 7 is 8, and now you got this repeating 8. Now they want to stop it at 3 8s and say, oh, well, that's just, 8 plus 8 plus 8. Symbolizing a number above the perfection of 7. Wow. I thought they were going to try to go like 8 times 3, 24, 6, but now you got the 666 situation, right? But they're making JC above perfection. It's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, back to these 8s. And the only way to break the 8, right, to get out the 8, is to add the 10, which some say there's the number of completion, but really it's 9. Is to add the 1. The 1, because 10, 1 plus 0 is 1, right? I'm just digging on numbers, man, just in my dream. And I don't know what the grocery store was about. It was interesting. But I know that's this number, 805, 80358, adds up to 10, which is 1. And it's like the only way to break through this matrix, as we just did our call for help, cry for help. We breaking through together. Like, we got our great jubilee, man. 2026. 2 plus 2 plus 6 is 10. Huh? Yeah. I feel good, man. I'm 46 years old. 4 plus 6 is 10. Let's go. Oh, that's a lot of. I'm just saying the 1 represents the unity of HaWah, like the strong power, the Aleph, right? In the Hebrew, the Aleph is the 1. And this Hebrew Aleph bet is happening all over again, man. It's like, it's the 1 that breaks the cycle, that breaks the loop. The only way to get out this loop is to add this 1, to add your strong power. Your strong power leads you out of the loop so that you can have strength in your family again, in your house again, inside you. To gather, to walk, to move through a door. David D is doll, door. Mama, not man, mama got her arms raised up, giving you that. Wow. So you need to start it off. You need to get out the loop to even start this cycle. Whether it's your thought process, negative thoughts, back to Sylvanus told Texas, or what I'm saying, we had the Testament of Solomon. Which one was it? In the Nag Hammadi, Sylvanus, teachings of Sylvanus. It said, hey, you got to get those evil wild beasts out of your head, your mind. Your negative thoughts are the evil wild beast, and we all got them. And you got to clear these thoughts out one by one to get to the 1, to break the loop of negative thinking, negative manifestation, because thoughts manifest, huh? I'm just saying, like, I'm just seeing this with new eyes, man. I'm just seeing clearly with you, really, led all praise the HaWah about the strong power that gives me this dream of this long number. And it breaks down way more, with this long number, man. I got to put it in Kum, see what Kum got to say about this number, man. But the 1 breaks the loop to start your journey, man. Your gathering. To start our gathering again and again. And every day we have to wake up and get out of bed and start our journey again and break the loop, whatever loop we're in. It's just amazing, man. So to get out of this loop they have us in, Christianity, all this, you need that strong power. You need that one. You need the unity, the frame of shaper to lead you, man, through the door, to get your revelation, to get your security, which is what we all want, to be nourished, to get our nourishment, to reach Zion, to get the seventh letter is to reach the seventh day, Shabbat, Shalawam. It's a cutoff day. Food, cut, nourish. Calm. So my naga, like, I'm just digging on this, and then, and again, all praise HaWah for your great support, man. I've been able to make some motion happen so far with all you've given me so far in the Cash App, and I'm humbled and grateful, able to get just a little green, pastures, a little green light to go, man. And I'm excited. I'm excited about what we can do, what we will do. Please keep the water flowing. You don't know how much and how significant your contributions are. I had, transferred the funds that were in the Cash App to my account last night so I could take care of things today. And when I woke up after the dream, when I awakened, it had $14 in there since I had transferred the funds from Cash App to my account last night. And I woke up to the Cash App this top of the soul, and it had exactly 14. And like 3 Nagas had donated $5, and that's all I've been saying is like, man, we got, because we got 1,000 code keepers, that $5 equals 5,000 for us to move, to do things. We got a podcast coming up. I gotta get the podcast studio going. That's $400. You know what I mean? These things, man. So I'm just grateful I can take care of that, and do different things. But you don't know what we have to do, right? We got to keep our website flowing. We got Nagas that's building our websites. We got to get funds to them, right? So I'm just, it gets a lot, but you don't know how much your contribution, really matters, man. Every drop matters, my Naga. Don't think you are separate and your drop don't matter. That $5 matters, man. And, Cash App takes whatever little percent they take. So instead of the 5 plus 5 plus 5, I got 5 donations for $5 overnight, right? And but when I looked at the amount on Cash App, it was 14. That was like 14 and some change. And that 14, I remember, is the gematria, of David, right? DWD, right? We've been talking about the anointed firstborn son, Psalms 89. I'm just, I'm adding all this up, man, adding all this flow up. But not only is it 14 and just a sign, man, that, we are just reaching this phase of being shepherded again, having our one shepherd, through the activation of us keeping the code, breaking the loop, and putting our strong power first, number one, right? Rule number one. And that one is breaking the cycle. But 14 also connects to the covenant. $14 is the number of deliverance on the 14th of Nisan, Nisan, the Hebrew month. The Hebrews were delivered from the prison of Egypt. Now, I know I can't make this up. I've never been a numbers guy and all this, but when I started looking at gematria and paying attention and just understanding that numbers were discovered, they weren't invented. Numbers were here right before the language. Numbers are the language, gematria, right? So the 14th of Nisan is the number of deliverance. And to wake up to that 14, and my Nagas that did the $5 donations don't even have no idea it would cause that type of sign or symbol or, manifestation, not only with this 14 connecting with David, DWD, because the D is the 4 in gematria, the W is the 6. So 4 plus 6 plus 4 is 14. But 14, the 14th of Nisan, the Hebrews were delivered from the prison of Egypt. And here I am having this prison dream. Getting this long prison number that adds up to 1. And the 1 is what breaks the loop matrix cycle. The loop matrix cycle. So that we can start to gather again. That strong power can enter our house again. We can move again through a door. Man, what does David do? David doesn't say worship me. David says worship HaWah. David leads us back to the code. David leads us to the water. David is a function. The prester is a function. The function of the door is to do what? To lead you to your breath and revelation and your security. That 14 is 2 sevens. Those sevens are 2 swords, my naga. David is born with a sword on both hips from Amma and Abba. David got 2 swords, 2 straps, man. Leading what? With security, right? Leading what? To HaWah. Leading what? To the food. Because, Ezekiel 34 talks about how David, one shepherd, will feed us. Feed us is food, is a cut-off day so that we can eat. You can't eat if you're being hijacked. Do you want to have a family meal with the hijack breaking down your door? Or do you want to have a family meal in Shalawam? Shabat, Shalawam, 7th day, 7th letter, and get our nourishment. All this is coming out of this dream flow. I just wanted to share it with y'all right away. I woke up, I said, man, I got to pop off before I go teach this martial arts class, man, because I'm on Zan. I'm drinking my ginseng, man. We are up. The door is the function that leads you to your breath and security and your food, man. But you need, first to keep the code, right? No power before your power. Rule number 1. The unity of the tribe, the unity of our framer, our shaper, of our creator is 1. To break the cycle and get about this spell, man. God's spell, because they want to be above the perfection of the 7. Wow. They think they above HaWah. They think what's perfection other than HaWah? They want to be above HaWah, so they say Jesus is God, right? Ain't that what they say? What did that jabroni say, man? What did the jabroni say? Facts and logic are not the truth. Remove the veil, seek the Holy Spirit, find the truth. Without facts, without logic. So you want me to blindly find your JC? Because that's the way in life. And that's better than perfection. Right. That's above HaWah. Is that what you saying, jabroni? Is that what you saying, man? Yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all. Hey, the water to my nagas. Dropping that, great timely drop on Cash App. And I'm going to read your comments because sometimes your comments are just as important and, as anything monetary, man. Like, your comments are my food, you know what I'm saying? Your prayers, like, if you don't got this and that, just keep us in your prayers, like, speak, positive on cons, like, give us that good Baruch out your mouth, man. And all that is spiritual currency, man. But we see clearly, we currency. But shout out to Gary Stewart, man. He said from the tribe, man, for the tribe, Jay Jackson, Jonathan Escalona. Those are the 5 cons that dropped $5 each. And I know we got them, right? We got Nagas that are committed and say, hey, I could do more. If I got 5 on it, I got 5 on it. And if that's all you can do this month, my nigga, I'm grateful, man. I'm never over here looking crazy and sad like HaWah's provided, right? But we giving you an opportunity, man, to be a part of the function and the foundation, not just be an observer, you know what I mean, but be functional. And I'm telling you, man, that $5 is functional. And I woke up to that 14 and some change from Cash App, but that 14 is a magic number, man. And I know nothing is coincidence. I also want to give some A-hop to the homie Big Judah, man. Big Judah has been so supportive throughout the years, man, with our merch, different things. And, we always give our best to support each other and, give the A-hop to Nagas that's really on the front lines, giving you any degree or elements, of the facts. You know what I'm saying? None of us got it perfect. We're all fighting through this, investigation for the truth. Judah never said he got everything. I never said I got everything. Kudimeo never said he got everything. But together, man, we got truth, man. We see clearly. And I really appreciate you, Big Judah, you know what I'm saying, for your contribution on the Cash App as well. Shout out to the Con, Mac211, Mac, man, Mac Neff, man. San Diego Con, man. Real Con, real one. The Con Dizzle 50, J-Law. I got a comment from J-Law too. Man, Dizzle always leaves amazing comments and contributions. Like the whole crew, man. Like these are real ones out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Waking up and clocking in. You know what I'm saying? Letting me know what time it is. Letting me know I got a wall of protection. And I appreciate you, Mac. WG, hey, hi, man. Fly Mama. I appreciate you. Ivry, American. HaWah always, man. She said, I'm giving these first fruits, and I appreciate you. Broxton White, BOW. Uriel, Talib, Raphael Bay, Alante, Harvey, Netsia, HaWah, A-Hop, Christian, Scarborough, Ty Richardson, Thomas Griffin, and the HaWah Destiny, Lee Honesty. Those are just a few dropping on the Cash App, and I just want to say da-wa-da to you for supporting this vision for all of us. You know what I'm saying? This drop you're giving to me allows me some breath and some security, man, to do this work. You know what I mean? So I can do my part in feeding the tribe and keep it going for another 10 years, another 100 years. Keep it going for infinity and watch us build our wall, man. I told y'all, man, you want to see what we're doing next? Just follow the Hebrew paleo alphabet, Aleph bot. Alphabet is Aleph bot. Aleph bot is alphabet. This Aleph bot is our blueprint. So we are building our wall. We're back to Joy World to complete our wall, to paint our wall, to paint our fence blue, purple, red, our tabernacle flow. And then we'll know what's contained in it and what's surrounding it. Because we getting it out the mud. We need the hands on deck. We need to put that work in. Managa, that is what we doing, man. So, hey, the water for allowing me to share my dream with y'all, man. In real time. For real, for real. I think we got, before I get this Luther, maybe I should get, I'm gonna get the Luther, and then we're gonna talk, I'm gonna reconnect to the comment that we talked last time about Psalms chapter 2, and the bro Nathan drop. He said his friend or somebody told him to read Psalms chapter 2, and he said it seems to be talking about JC. So we had a whole drop on that. Go get that drop. I'll make sure you got it in the description. Always check the description box. We always got all the links. We do our best to put the links in there. Even the drop clips, they have the full video link in the description box, as well as all of our support links. So, you've been supporting on the Cash App. We appreciate you. Please keep supporting there. Support on the PayPal if you can, whichever one is best. More and more Nagas is getting in this Patreon, and I appreciate you for that. We got about 1,000 Nagas on Patreon, and less than like 150, 160 are $3 a month members. So our goal is to get all 1,000 on our $3 paid membership. Get the full knowledge, man. We're going to put it all here for you. We're going to start migrating here more and more since they're jamming up our analytics on YouTube. And it's more uncensored here, a little bit, right? So get over here on Patreon. Make sure you get the 3 witnesses. These Nagas, again, my Nagas in the streets, they don't even know each other, but they saying the same thing, you know, that the streets, as it's been glorified, my bad, yeah, the streets as it's been glorified, it's not, you know what I'm saying, what time it is, man. That they felt used, that Nagas, you know what I'm saying, have, you know, betrayed them left and right every time they were in the crux, man. Every time they were, you know, in horrible positions. Like they say, get out these streets, you know what I'm saying? Go to school, do what you got to do, you know what I'm saying? But it makes no logical sense to be slaying our brother and killing each other. And these are real ones, all of them. Real ones, certified real ones, right? So, hey, I just appreciate the message from these 3 witnesses. Please get that message and join our Patreon and join our channel membership here, because the perks will be rolling in very soon. We'll start doing our lives and everything and having our private live flow, man, and do all that. You get special loyalty badges, but for real, just do it for the contribution, my Nagas, and please just do it for the support. Let's go, man. I want to get some Luther, man, to feel my Shabbat flow. This is in 432 hertz. And this Luther vibe has a lot of, you know, this is more than just like, you know, some lyrics, you know what I'm saying? Like, I woke up, back to my dream, I actually woke up with this song in my head. I kept saying, if this world were mine. I know Kendrick got the remix, and he uses it for the hook as well on a song called Luther on the GNX album. Shout out to K-Dot, shout out to Compton, man. So I gotta do it for K-Dot, and I gotta do it for you, man. Shout out to Cheryl Lynn, and rest in power Luther, man. You know, this song is like an audio key that unlocks the gate. It's telling us, man, that the world, the mission of Nagaville is being placed at our feet right now, man, because we've stayed true to the vision for a decade, my Naga. Like, just listen to these lyrics, man. It's so real, so true. Halal, HaWah.
If this world were mine, I would place at your feet all that I own. You've been so good to me. If this world were mine, I'd give you the flowers, the birds and the bees, and your love beside me. That would be all I need. If this world were mine, I'd give you anything. This world were mine, I would make you a king with wealth untold. You could have anything if this world were mine. I'd give you each day so sunny and blue. And if you wanted the moonlight, I'd give you that too. If this world were mine. loving me, loving me the way you do. My love, the minute you love me, baby.
HaWah, Luther Vandross, man. Cheryl Lynn. Rest in power, man. If this world were mine, I place at your feet all that I've owned. You know, like this is the ultimate vibration of stewardship, man, of giving, of love, of, you know, being kings and ruling the world. Remember that Lauryn Hill song, Fugees? If I ruled the world, I free all my sons. Hey, man. Shout out to the HaWah. Miss Lauryn Hill, Zion, Marley, take the wheel, man. I love y'all, man. This is just, man. Y'all mind if I get it? Y'all mind if I get it for a stack? Do y'all mind on our Shabata flow if we get that one more time? And just pay even closer attention. You know what I mean? Just clear your minds. If this world were mine, I'd give you anything, man. And she even says something about kings, right? So let's go.
If this world were mine, I would place at your feet all that I own. You've been so good to me. If this world were mine, I'd give you the flowers, the birds and the bees, and your love beside me. That would be all I need. If this world were mine, I'd give you anything. If this world were mine, I would make you a king with wealth untold. You could have anything if this world were mine. I'd give you each day so sunny and blue. And if you wanted the moonlight, I'd give you that too. If this world were mine, no baby, I'd give you anything. Oh baby, you're my inspiration, and I feel so much sensation when I'm in your arms. When you squeeze you do, the way that you love me. Oh, you know I need you, honey. You know I need you, baby. Keep on loving me. Loving me the way you do. My love. I love the way that you love me, baby. I love the way that you love me, baby. You know, the world would be yours. Yeah. Yes, it would. Yes, it would. The world would be yours, baby. It would be yours.
If you, I know we're missing something at the end, man. Nah, I love y'all. This is beautiful. I just want to just share that with y'all, man. And this reminds me of the movie The Wood. It was like a scene, like a little romance, slow dance scene. Man, go see that movie The Wood and get back to me, man. I love y'all, man. I'm out here in Inglewood, and I just tell y'all that it's all good. I woke up with this song on my heart bone. I was singing it in the bathroom. I was like, where did this song come from? And, we're talking about, working together and tribing up, right? Walking through that door again, man, and getting that breath of security. And I woke up to this breath security. I woke up to the $14, on the Cash App, which represents, right? The weed also represents our freedom. Being freed on the, out of bondage, you know what I'm saying? On the 14th day of Nisan. She says, if this world were mine, I make you a king. With wealth untold, you can have anything. Let's go. Come on, man. I could have woke up with Tupac on my mind. I can't deny I'm straight right. You don't want. I could have woke up like that, man. But I woke up, man, to something that connects so much to what we're building, the wealth that we already have, that we shouldn't be even trying to attain again. Like, we already got it, We're going to make these shirts. Look out for our next drop slogans. I know it's been a minute for the drop shirts. You already got it, man. It's called You Already Got It, Con, man. You already got it, Con, because you already got it. We already got it. We got each other. $5 equals 5,000. We already got it. Our wealth is already in their trust. We already got it. We really got to activate our trust. Somebody left a comment. We got to activate our trust, man, because we already got it in the trust, man. So maybe I'm just late to the party, struggling for no reason, right? So I love y'all, man. If this world were mine, I make you a king. With wealth untold, you can have anything. Halal. Feels good. Let's talk Greenland. Shout out to Annette Blaze. She just emailed me this drop. She said, hey, I hope you can dig on it. Shout out to HaWah. Annette, we're going to talk Greenland. They make a dismount with this comment. Going back to the comment with bro Nathan. And, you'll see. Let's go for the dismount. What's poppin', man? Samuel B. Lee, take the wheel.
You may have been told Greenland is empty, it's cold, it's irrelevant. So why is it that people want to own it? The truth is, it's one of the most heavily guarded, energetic vaults on Earth. Because below the ice lies ancient architecture, pre-Atlantean technology built to stabilize planetary frequency grids. This Stargate has been artificially suppressed since the fall of 5D Earth Tara to 3D Earth 550 million years ago, and that's why major nations want to control it.
Now again, he said 550 million years ago. Just think about the Little Ice Age, my naga. This happened between 1300 and 1850, 16th century. And this is why we have all these maps with no ice, right, on Antarctica's chest bone. No ice on Greenlandia, right? This is Greenlandia. Greenlandia or Torah. Verde, Greenland, right? And see how it goes right into the gateway to get to the center of the Tootsie Pop where X marks the spot. And that's why we've been guarding that towel where X marks the spot, man. My Israelite cons, man, right? Lost tribes of Israel. So you, the Saracen, who they invaded Doom Diverses at the same time. So if you look at Doom Diverses, Saracen, the Saracens guarding, right? Greenlandia. We just dropped a drop that said the three hypotheticals or whatever for how the 10 tribes crossed into America in different times, and one of them was Greenland. I might have to get that again, man. But yeah, man, we're just talking about Russia, Saracen's head, right? So the Saracen again was invaded. Enemies of their Christ, they say. Any unbelievers? We're talking New World. Enemies of their Christ, and they invaded, took the kingdoms, dukedoms, they took all the goods, and now we're talking about getting our things back, but they want us to be in perpetual slavery like they got us in the perpetual 8 loop. You know. So, but these Saracens are guarding something in the time frame of this dumbass diverse. 1452 lines up with the Little Ice Age, does it not? 1300s to 1850, which one of the causes have been proposed is the epidemics emerging in the Americas during the European contact decreases in human population. Back to the Genghis Khan, Prester John War, right? The Black Death and the Hijack, European hijack. Approved by Pope Nicholas V, right? In the New World, right? We're talking Little Ice Age. So when he says 550 million cajillion years ago, just know that this suppression just happened. This reset just happened.
It's not for oil, it's not for ice, it's for access to what's buried, locked, and hidden underneath. So it's more than just territory, it's about timelines. And Greenland holds magnetic codes that regulate Earth's access and memory fields. So if you control Greenland, you influence how Mother Earth remembers itself. Greenland is not just land, it's a planetary memory vault. And as the ice melts, what's buried rises, because beneath the silence of the white frozen tundra, Mother Earth remembers. And she's waking up. And when she does, so does her children. Time to remember.
Get that mem sauce, that memory. And Greenland ain't got no ice in 1540 or 87. So Terra Greenland is green for a reason. It's Greenland. Greenlandia. Connected right to the north. Tree of life. Obsidian tree stump, man. All this is being restored. But there ain't no ice on the Arctic chest bone. Or the Antarctica chest bone that surrounds us. And this is facts and logic, Sir William. There ain't no ice on these maps. That's a fact. So the ice just got here recently after 1547, 1587. 1650, 1770, 1850. Then came the hijack that wanted to migrate. We got to talk to the more science table at Pembroke about this. Because something about these harmonics, really set things off right here in the land of Prester John. See if I have another. Ishmael map. Yeah, somewhere. I get it, man. But yeah, the Ishmaelite migrating flow. At the same damn time, the Ishmaelites are migrating, man, which is crazy, man. So just keep all this in mind, and there ain't no cap, man. And again, you got this Gastaldi map here, again, 1548. And here's Greenland connected. So it's like the King's Highway. I put it into Combe. He said, man, this was the King's Highway. It goes right into Scotland. And what you got? The Scotland. So this is connecting North America and Scotland when it comes to the Israelites. Israelites migrate. Three paths the Israelites took to America. I just dropped this yesterday, a drop clip. Atlantis, Anion, and Greenland, right? Okay, because this says, thus we have at least three paths the 10 tribes could have taken to America. Atlantis, the Strait of Anion, and Greenland. Why is Greenland so important to Donald Trump? I mean, this is putting all this in perspective in one line, and it goes deeper. But the Strait of Anion and Greenland too, like we got on the map, deeper. Hold up, man. Just digging on it. All right, I'm gonna leave it for you, right? Y'all read it, man, and dig on it. And so we talk Strait of Anion, right? Bering Strait, Greenland, or Atlantis, you know what I mean? But this is a body bag because it's letting us know that this is migratable, right? And this is why we look at this map here that this is migratable. So when did it become some solitary island thing? Even in this map, look how close the proximity is of North America and Greenland, right? It's just a quick little ferry ride past the Griffin, past the Dragon. All right. For the dismount. We talked Psalm chapter 2 last time. All right, Nathan, what'd you say, man? What did Nathan say, man? Shout out to Nathan, man. He said, peace and blessings, brothers. Someone told me to read Psalms 2, and it seems to talk about JC. Could I please have your interpretation of Psalms 2? Thank you. So we did that, right? I said Psalms 2 is about David. Okay, right. So we went to Psalms 2. We read it. Why are the nations in an uproar? Why do the people mutter in vain? The kings of the earth stand up, and the rulers take counsel together against HaWah and against his anointed. Let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sits in heaven laughs. The HaWah has them in derision. HaWah is laughing at these jabronis. Then will he speak unto them in his wrath and affright them in his sore displeasure. Truly it is I that have established my king upon Zion, my holy mountain. So, I guess his friend, Saul, anointed and went crazy and said, Jesus. Then he saw king and went crazy. Established king, and we, established, Psalms 89, right? Precept on precept, scripture, backing it up. So I have found David, my servant, with my holy oil have I anointed him. And I'm going to get a comment from J-Law. He said in the Legend of the Jews, Samuel didn't even anoint David. Him, he was there, but he didn't have to pour out the oil on David. The oil jumped out of the vessel and anointed David itself. The Most High anointed David personally. It wasn't even Samuel that poured the oil on David. Read Legend of the Jews and get back to us, man. The oil itself jumped out. It jumped out itself onto David and poured itself. HaWah anointed David personally. So I don't know, man. Nathan, he said, someone told me to read Psalms 2, and it seems to talk about Jesus. And you saw anointed and went crazy in Psalms chapter 2. Nah, brother. I have found David, my servant, with my holy oil have I anointed him, with whom my hand shall be established. We're talking about the established king. Truly it is I that have established my king. You thought this was Jesus? That's not factual, and that's not logical. Y'all want us to ignore logic and facts. I get it. Y'all just want us to believe anything. Because with my hand shall he be established, man. With my hand shall be established. My arm also shall strengthen him. The enemy shall not exact from him, nor the son of wickedness afflict him. And I will beat to pieces his adversaries before him, and smite them that hate him. And my faithfulness and my mercy shall be with him, and through my name shall his horn be exalted. I will set his hand also on the sea, and his right hand on the rivers. And he shall call unto me, thou art my Father. Come. My power. Come. The rock of my salvation. Who is your Savior? JC? Since when? Because our Father, our Creator, is the rock of our salvation. I will appoint him my firstborn bond, man. My firstborn son. That's not Jesus, but I'm sure your friend, I'm sure your homie would read Psalms 89 and try to say this is JC, except he can't, because it literally says, I have found David, my servant. That's why he can't wiggle out of this. He didn't say he read Psalms 89 and saw Jesus. He read Psalms 2 because he didn't see the word Jesus written, but he saw anointed and he saw established king, right? Yeah. Established king. Oh, the highest of the kings of the earth. This is your established king. This is your anointed, firstborn. To be anointed with the holy oil of HaWah. HaWah has spoken it, man. You're going to take HaWah's words away because you want to be more perfect than the seven? You'll never get your Zion because you're stuck in the loop. But we're back to the one. And we breaking the loop. We breaking the matrix, hijack, and we back. So yeah, I'm just saying, I will appoint him, appointed. I will appoint him, appointed, anointed, firstborn, highest of the kings of the earth. There is none like him. Even their popes tried to steal the title pope, but the pope, before the word pope is prester, they took the prester and gave it to their Saint Nicholas. Is this why they got Saint Nick? Santa Claus. And he got gifts. And what is he going to give all the enemies or all of his Christians? What's he going to give them? He's going to give them you. He's going to give them the enemies of Christ, the Saracen. This is what Jolly St. Nick wants to give them. He wants to give them us. He wants to give them the kingdoms, the dukedoms, principalities, dominions, possessions, and all movable and immovable goods. That's Christmas to them. That's what they celebrate, as taking our possessions and applying them to their successors and keeping us in perpetual slavery. Facts over feelings, man. Highest of the kings of the earth, forever I will keep for him my mercy and my covenant. My covenant, HaWah's covenant, shall stand fast with David. Forever, ever, yeah, his seed also will I make endure forever, and his thrones as the day, and his throne as the days of heaven. The covenant is with David. David is the king, highest of the kings of the earth, higher than your JC, who seeks to be above perfection. Wow. And since David's gematria is 14, that's 2 sevens. He's perfect on both sides. Jesus wants to be son of David, right? Nah, you're not from the loins of David. If you're an immaculate conception, you don't have no daddy on earth. You don't come from this perfection. You don't got these 2 sevens. You want to be above it? Nah. I said nah. But let's keep reading. Let's keep reading, man. Because with David, we got firstborn. With David, we have the anointed one, who is established forever, just like the seed will endure forever. David got the covenant forever. Your mercy, HaWah's mercy, is kept directly to David. You want to ignore that mercy? Then go ahead and get, you know what I'm saying, the judgment. If you want to ignore the mercy, go get the judgment, man. I'm rocking with the firstborn bond. Halal, HaWah. So what happened, Nathan? What happens next? For the dismount. For the dismount. I say Psalms 2 is about King David. He said, okay, so if Psalms 2 is about David, he thinks he got me. He thinks he got me. He said, if Psalms 2 is about David, who does the prophet Nathan speak about when he tells King David in 1 Chronicles 17, verse 11 through 13, that HaWah will establish his kingdom seed? Huh? He said, drop? Huh? Deal with that, drop. Deal with that, drop nation. He thinks he got us, man. First of all, man, what do you mean if Psalms 2 is about David? You know what I mean? Second of all, how you going to jump from Psalms 2 to 1 Chronicles and say, okay, well, if that's true, who's Prophet Nathan speaking about when he tells King David in 1 Chronicles 17:11? I say, historically speaking, this initially applies to King Solomon's, who built the house of HaWah, to Solomon, who built the house of HaWah. Let's read it. Let's read it, man. We'll come back, man. Verse 11. Let's go. For the dismount. 1 Chronicles, man. First of all, man, you're still talking David, right? It came to pass when David dwelt in his house that David said to Nathan the prophet, lo, I will dwell in the house of cedar, but the ark of the covenant of HaWah dwells under curtains. And Nathan said unto David, do all that is in your heart, for HaWah's with you. Firstborn bond. Verse 3, and it came to pass the same night, the word of HaWah came to Nathan, saying, go and tell David my servant, thus says HaWah, thou shalt not build me a house to dwell in, for I have not dwelled in a house since the day that I brought up Israel until this day, but I have gone from tent to tent, and from one tabernacle to another. In all places wherein I have walked among all Israel. spoke I a word with any of the judges of Israel whom I commanded to feed my people? Saying, why have you not built me a house of cedar? Hey, shout out to Joy World. Our fence is all cedar wood. A privacy fence across or around an entire acre of land. An entire acre of land, cedar wood. All praise HaWah for the vision. Blue, purple, red, white, linen, gold thread. Verse 7. Now therefore thus shalt thou say unto my servant David. Is this dude really looking for Jesus when David is everywhere? Thus says HaWah of hosts, I took thee from my sheepcote, from following the sheep, that thou shouldst be prince over my people Israel. And I have been with thee whithersoever thou went, and have cut off all your enemies from before you, and I will make you a name like unto the name of the great ones that are in the earth, and I will appoint a place for my people Israel, and will plant them, that they may dwell in their own place, and be disquieted no more, neither shall the children of wickedness waste them any more, as at the first, even from the day that I commanded judges to be over my people Israel, and I will subdue all thine enemies. Moreover, I tell you that HaWah will build you a house. Verse 11, this is where he told us to come, right? 11 through 13, let's go. And it shall come to pass, when thy days are fulfilled, that thou must go to be with thy fathers, that I will set up your seed after you. Khan, the seed endures forever. We just read that. Who shall be of thy sons? Khan. And I will establish his kingdom. Psalms 89. Verse 2, I will sing the mercies of HaWah forever. To all generations will I make known your faithfulness with my mouth. For I have said, forever is mercy built in the very heavens. Thou dost establish thy faithfulness. I have made a covenant with my chosen. I have sworn unto David, my servant, forever will I establish thy seed. We just precept on precept. Forever will I establish your seed and build up your throne to all generations. Ain't this what we reading? The covenant is with HaWah. Okay, so if Psalms 2 is about David drop, what does the prophet Nathan speak about when he tells King David in 1 Chronicles 17:11 that God will establish his kingdom seed? Huh? Who's this about? Are you saying the seed is about Jesus? What? I'm about to throw my laptop. I get it. Y'all don't want facts. Y'all don't want facts. I forgot. Crazy me. Crazy me for looking for facts. Crazy drop. Drop is looking for facts. How could you drop? Facts and logic are not the truth. Just remove the veils. We got veils, but you don't look at facts and you don't look at logic. You got to put on a veil to ignore the facts and ignore the logic. You telling us to remove our blinders, man? When we see clearly with facts and logic, and you got to ignore facts and logic to prove a spinning ball and to prove you're JC. But you just want us to love JC because that's the truth, because he's above, right? He's above perfection. Now we're getting out this loop. We're returning to our strong power so we can be a house and a family again, and walk and gather and tribe up again, and move together through an entrance, a door, a vortex, a portal, a doll, to get our revelation, to get the look so we see clearly, to get the breath so we have security, so we hooked in, so we are foundational, to get our food so we can eat, so we can be nourished, and cut off from all Hijack City, and build our wall and keep the hijack out the wall, and make sure that we are contained within our protection, where X marks the spot. What does the prophet Nathan speak of when he tells King David that God will establish his kingdom seed? Verse 11, right? It shall come to pass when thy days are fulfilled that thou must go to be with thy fathers, that I will set up thy seed after thee, who shall be of thy sons, your loins. Not no spiritual Israel, but your sons. Is Jesus a son of David? I'll wait. This is the body bag for the illusion. It says your sons. Is Jesus a son of David? I'll wait. Is he from the tribe of Judah? I'll wait. Or is he an immaculate conception, Jesus and Mary? I mean, Joseph and Mary, but it wasn't Joseph. Mary had a virgin. Oh, come on, boss. He's born of a virgin, man. He's not of David's sons. He's not of David's seed. Where do you see JC? And I will establish his kingdom. He shall build me a house, and I will establish his throne forever. I will establish his throne forever, and build up your throne to all generations. Forever will I establish your seed. I'm talking Dawid. Body bag for the illusion, for the dismount. Build up your throne to all generations. Build up your throne to all generations. I will establish his throne forever. I will be to him for a father. He shall be to me for a son. I will be to him for a father. Thou art my father, he shall call unto me. Thou art my father, my power, the rock of my salvation. I will appoint him firstborn, highest of the kings of the earth. His seed also will I make to endure forever, and his throne again as the days of heaven, forever. Where do you hijacks get off, man? And I will not take my mercy away from him. Whoa. Forever will I keep for him my mercy. Precepts on precepts. I am out of here, boss. But I will not take my mercy away from him as I took it from him that was before thee. Who was that? Saul. So this is historical. He's saying, I took it away from Saul. Saul was out of code. Israel wasn't supposed to have a king. They wanted to be like these other nations. I gave him Saul. Then I gave him a course correction. I gave him Dawood. Now that we got Dawood, he is established king forever. He's not going to be a different king, a new king. It is David whom I will raise up unto them, whom I will raise up unto them. Whom I will raise up unto them. That's future tense. But I will settle him in my house and in my kingdom forever, and his throne shall be established forever, according to all these words and according to this vision. All this vision, so did Nathan speak unto David. What's your question again, Nathan? If Psalms 2 is about David, who does the prophet Nathan speak about when he tells King David in 1 Chronicles that God will establish his kingdom seed? What? Who does the prophet Nathan speak about when he tells David that his seed will be established? Who is he talking to? He's talking to Israel. He's talking to the tribe, man. He's talking to he's talking to what? His seed. He's talking to his sons. He's talking to his daughters. We're talking about the covenant. Forever will I establish your seed and build up your throne to all generations. But historically speaking, who built the house? Who built the house? If David didn't build, right, the tabernacle, the house, right, it was Solomon who came after him, who was charged to build the house. So historically speaking, Nathan, historically speaking, this is initially applied to Solomon, who built the house of HaWah. David's seed is established forever, according to Psalms 89. And David holds the covenant of peace, according to Ezekiel 34 and Ezekiel 37. And we are to seek our Creator first, then King David, our one shepherd forever. Hosea 3 and Jeremiah 30. What is your point? You think this is JC? I have a video dropping this AM, top of the song. And this is what we did. We did a whole drop on this. Click the link below. You'll get it. Get in the classroom. Enjoy the wave. Shabbat Shalawam, man. But I say, hey, the water for the inspiration, because I'm not mad at you, Nathan, but this is crazy work, man. And love to Nathan. He just said, glory be to God, man. Hey, HaLal is what we say, because y'all still calling God, the Creator, some not even English word. Backwards is dog. You think the Creator's name backwards would be dog? But this is what y'all calling on, because you don't care about facts, man. Y'all don't care about facts no more. Don't call me black no more. That word is only a color. It ain't facts no more. Facts and logic are not the truth. Maybe if you have a veil and you aren't seeking the Creator, you're not seeking the Creator, you know. The Christians aren't seeking the Creator like you're supposed to seek the Creator. You telling us to seek the Holy Spirit and seek HaWah, man. Y'all Christians and His Holy Spirit, man. We got the Ruach. Seek HaWah to get the Ruach. You don't seek the Holy Spirit to get the Creator, and you don't seek David to get the Creator. You seek the Creator directly. By keeping the code, you are seeking the Creator and David, your king, whom I will raise up unto you, right? Because once you activate the Creator, right, once you're back in code, you can now activate the one shepherd forever, Ezekiel 34 and Ezekiel 37, and come trembling unto HaWah and His goodness in the end of days, man. Allow HaWah, we are here, man. We ain't going nowhere, man. We broke the spell and we out the loop. The water to all my niggas donating to the Khan, my Jigga, and helping him get his transportation, making sure his health is in order. Please keep doing that. Get one more in before the Shabbat, my niggas, and keep surfing the wave. The water for your contributions on the Cash App, they're going directly to me, and they have more meaning than you think. I love y'all. Stay up, suit up, choose up, tribe up, vibe up, and rise up. Kum HaWah, Kum Shabata, Halal. Wah! We are now that strong power again, and they can't invade us no more when we have eyes to see clearly. No more perpetual slavery, no more hijacking the Saracen, where X marks the spot. Halal HaWah.